Are we live? I think we're live, people! Hey, everybody, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 here, and welcome to a Thanksgiving edition of the Linux Coffee House. I will get started in just a few minutes, but first, housekeeping, people. If you enjoy these live streams just as much as I do, then smash that like button, ring-a-ding that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Low spec Linux laptop, welcome to the Linux Coffee House, and happy Thanksgiving. um, I have I have some announcements that I want to get out of the way before we get started. Let me go get my Wi-Fi phone, which has my schedule on it, and I will tell you all what events is coming up. Hold on a minute. Okay. All right. Let me just go on here. Make sure we're not dropping. Okay, good. We're not dropping. All right. Yeah, there's gonna be times, people, when I check the live stream to make sure it's not dropping. So if you see me going back and forth, that's why. Oh, hey Ben. My ears are doing better. I still got inflammation in both of my eardrums. I'm still in some pain slightly, but I'm getting better little by little. It's gonna take me a good couple of days for me to get over this. It was a really bad double ear infection that I did not know I had. I'm glad that my family caught it in time, or else I would have gotten very sick. Okay. Let me just get my schedule, folks, and I will tell you what's going to be coming up. You just get to it. Okay. So, as you all know, I said in a update that I was going to make a decision on when the next Edo Pro Dual Night Plus Open Chat would be. I've gone ahead and decided to announce right now, November 31st, 4 p.m. is the next Edo Pro Dual Night Plus Open Chat. So keep a lookout for that. On December 2nd at 4 p.m., I will be doing what is going to be called the Linux Workshop. Now, this special live stream, don't know what it is, allow me to explain. What the Linux Workshop is this is going to be like a discussion. This is going to be pretty much a discussion of sorts type of live stream, to where essentially what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to be teaching people that are watching this live stream, like, say for example, like if you for those who have watched this channel for years now, or those who have come to this channel for the very first time, I'm going to be teaching those who are new to Linux, those who are transitioning from Windows to Linux, what Linux is, how to switch to Linux properly and safely without like wrecking your machine, and basically also teaching what types of software are like cross-platform compatible with all major OSs. This way, the software that you use on your current OS, you'll be able to use a form of that software in one form or another on your new OS. So I'm hoping that you all can understand where I'm going with this. Um, so essentially, that's pretty much the Linux Workshop live stream in a nutshell. That's going to be on December 2nd at 4 p.m. Um, as for um, the live installation for next month, I will be doing a live install on Dark Zero's Zero Linux KDE. That will be on December 24th at 4 p.m. Christmas Eve, folks. Okay, checking my frame rate. No drop frames. Very good. Let me see what you're saying, Ben. Still trying to fix Calamaris on Storm OS. I'm trying the old FreeDOS and also my Facebook was hacked. I might or might not remake it to be. Oh, that's okay, Ben. That's fine, not a problem. By the way, Ben, I have migrated from StormOS to Arco Linux XFCE. And Ben, I must say, I am very impressed with Arco Linux. Their XFCE offline installation, it gives me everything that I want. My drivers are working. It has a very good Calamaris installer, and that Calamaris installer, Ben, did not mess up whatsoever. Um, I got all my apps working. I got Minecraft working. Discord's working. Arco Linux, Ben, is a wonderful option. It, in some aspects, it acts very similarly to what we're doing with Storm OS. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm sitting on now is Arco Linux XFCE. Check in. Okay. I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes and we will get started with some news articles, people. I mean, if you could go to Debian if you want to, Ben. I mean, it would give us some stability. The only thing, Ben, that I'm concerned about is the in-house StormOS apps that me, you, and Seeker have been working on. Like, for example, our torrent downloader, our video converter, those types of apps that we made through Arch and StormOS. Would they be, since they're all Python apps, would they be able to work in Debian? Yes or no? Since they're made from Python. Okay. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, folks, is I'm going to get Phoronix ready. I'm going to find us some articles. Okay, let's see. Oh, definitely going to do this one. This one. Let's see here. This one definitely. Let's. What else? this one. And the last article will be, there's our 5 articles. If you have to downgrade to 3.2.x, so be it. I mean, you can try that. Another idea that I did think of, Ben, is look all over the internet, look in many different Linux forums, see if you can find like a different, Calamaris build or script or something. See what you can do in finding us a good stable Calamaris to work. That's pretty much the only idea I have. Okay. Check. Okay, good. We don't have a single drop frame. That's wonderful. All right. Let me look at my stream health. Oh, wonderful. Good, good, good. We're getting excellent. Excellent. Okay. See the analytics. Okay. All right, Ben, do what you gotta do. Um, the other idea I did just think of just now is if we can't get Calamars to work, I know it would be a big pain to go in this direction, but if we have to do it in order to avoid the switching to Debian, then so be it. What we may have to do then is if Calamars doesn't work, is we may have to go an alternative direction in order to pretty much ensure that the next version of Storm OS has an installer. I'm just letting you know that that's the possibility that we may have to consider here. We may have to consider going with a different install. I mean, I know Debian's looking real good right now, but in my honest opinion, like I said to you last night, I don't want to switch unless I don't want us to switch unless we absolutely have to. At least we got to try to fix this first. Okay. In about 2 minutes, people, we will get started. I already got our articles prepared. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Arco Linux is holding up like a champ. I'm very impressed with this. Very impressed with Arco Linux. I may try to set up one of my window managers in this, but I haven't really. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet. I pulled down my configs from my GitLab. It's just I'm not sure if I want to go window manager hopping this soon of just migrating from StormOS to Arco. So I think I'll just stick with what I have at least for now, till I deem it appropriate to distro hop. Oh, hey, hey. Well, I'll be darned. Look who it is. Okay. Hey, Jack. Welcome to the Linux Coffee House. Okay. I'm going to be switching gears a little bit. I'm going to get into the main topics. So if you boys don't mind, I got to get to reading some news here, and I will check on the live chat in just a minute. Okay, folks, let's get to the main topics that I picked out for today. All right, so right here we have Arch Install 2.7 brings unified kernel image support to the Arch Linux installer. The very convenient Arch install for quickly deploying new Arch Linux installations with some level of defaults and making it effortless to set up an Arch Linux desktop is out with a new release. Arch Install 2.7 fixes a wide variety of bugs from various logic errors to allowing the Limelight bootloader to be properly set up. Adding NVIDIA DKMS when installing the proprietary driver, fixing the password preview, and other random bugs throughout. When it comes to new features with Arch Install 2.7, there is now a version check at startup to see if you are running the latest version. Initial Hindi language support, rewritten docs, and support for unified kernel images. The unified kernel image support is a big one given the direction of Linux and systemd. Arch install now follows the guidance set out by the Arch Linux wiki for how to properly handle unified kernel images as a single executable that can be booted directly from UEFI firmware. More details on the Arch Install 2.7 release via GitHub. The update is nicely themed for making it onto the December ISO spin of Arch Linux. I continue making use of this text-based installer for quickly setting up Arch Linux installations for testing, although at times it can still be a hit or miss whether it crashes on installation. Here's to hoping Arch Install 2.7 is behaving well. And basically, that's pretty much it for that first article. I mean, I really do like how the Arch install is coming along. Wonderful way to, say if you don't want to install Arch Linux the Arch way, as they call it, this is another way that can give you an Arch system very, very quickly. What I want to do before I go into my next article, I want to go to my Wi-Fi phone and pull up the live chat because going forward, I won't be able to see what's on the screen since I have my articles up. There we go. Okay. All right, I got the live chat on my Wi-Fi phone. Now let's continue with these articles. Okay, next article in the Linux Coffee House, System 76 stuffing more features into the Cosmic desktop environment ahead of the holidays. The crew at System 76 published a US Thanksgiving themed status update to their work on the free and open source Rust written Cosmic desktop environment that will soon be powering their in-house Pop! OS Linux distribution. The Cosmic desktop environment continues making very nice progress as a modern Wayland-based desktop to power their Ubuntu-based Pop! OS platform. It will be very interesting to see how far they have published this new desktop by the time of their Pop! OS 24.04 release next year. In today's November release on the desktop side, they have shared the following progress. when new windows are opened within the Cosmic desktop environment, each window will open near the center of the screen and offset by one or multiple units from the previous window. The intent is to provide easy access to the windows while keeping each other's windows header visible. The Cosmic text editor has been adding features like window tabs, Vim style editing and shortcuts, syntax, highlighting, and other features. Mimpress audio support has been added to the Cosmic audio outlet. Cosmic workspace code has been refactorized. The Cosmic compositor has added custom theming support, tracking improvements, IME support, Wayland EXT session lock protocol support, and restart capabilities for the compositor and session. Security context support has been added to so that certain applications can have special system privileges. Preparations towards eventually allowing HDR support on Cosmic Desktop following in the footsteps of the KDE work. More details on this work over on the System 76 blog. Okay, I do pretty much like this progress update a lot. By the way, shout out to System 76. You guys are doing an amazing job working on this new desktop environment for your Linux distribution. I will definitely be taking a look at this distribution when it hits Pop! OS in 2024. Maybe around the time of Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Who knows? So where's my cappuccino? You had to get in a joke in there, Jack, as usual. Okay, next news article. The Linux kernel preparing to drop infrastructure for old and no, there will be no training today, Jack. I'm gonna be spending Thanksgiving with my family. Training will be resuming Tuesday. That's a guarantee. I will be there Tuesday. Anyway, back to the news. Linux kernel preparing to drop infrastructure for old and obsolete graphics drivers. And you might want to pay attention to this because this is important. I know, Jack. I know it sucks, but it is what it is. Anyway, back to the news. Back during the Linux kernel 6.3, support for a number of legacy DRM drivers was removed, and now patches have been volleyed for taking things one step further by now eliminating the infrastructure for supporting these old user space mode settings graphics displays drivers. The ATI Rage 128, 3DFX, S3 Savage, Intel 810, SIS, VIA, and Matrox MGA DRM drivers were what was phased out in Linux kernel 6.3. This is part of the effort for removing obsolete GPU drivers from the DRI1 era. Thomas Zimmerman of SUSE Corporation is now aiming to take things one step further by removing the infrastructure of user space mode settings, with Linux kernel 6.6 being this year's ITS kernel. It's a nice point now to eliminate this infrastructure, and should anyone be using such old, out-of-date tree drivers or similar, they can stick to using Linux kernel 6.6 LTS. And if you want to pause and read during the replay, you can read this if you want to. Well, these 14 patches get rid of another 8K lines of legacy code within the Direct Rendering Manager subsystem. If no obligations are raised, this legacy user space mode setting infrastructure removal could happen for Linux kernel 6.8 cycle in the new year. Okay, on to our fourth article for today. NVIDIA 545.29.06 Linux driver released with Source 2 engine fix on X Wayland. Our frame rate, good, no drop frames. Ahead of the US Thanksgiving holiday extended weekend, NVIDIA Linux engineers published their 5.29.06 Linux driver as the latest bug fix release in the R545 series. All right, later. All right, Jack. Thanks for coming. See you later. I'll see you at training Tuesday. All right, the NVIDIA 545.29.26 Linux driver has just listed fixes. Presumably, this small update is being pushed out due to the popularity of Valve's Source 2 engine due to Counter-Strike 2. These highlights include fixed a regression that prevented setting backlit brightness levels, fixed a bug that could lead to UI corruption in NVIDIA installer on systems with more than one init RAMFS file per kernel, fixed a bug that caused games built on the Source 2 engine to hang when running under X Wayland. If any of these bugs affect your Linux system or systems, you can download the new proprietary driver update at NVIDIA.com. And now on to our final article in the Linux Coffee House. Lenovo prepares the Linux kernel for ultra performance compatibility on latest ThinkPads. A recently posted Linux kernel driver patch by Lenovo is for new ultra performance compatibility with our latest ThinkPad laptops, ensuring their hardware achieves the best Linux performance when in the performance ACPI platform profile while conserving more power in the balanced and power saving modes. Mark Persson of Lenovo's Great Linux team sent out a patch earlier this month for supporting an improved performance mode found on some new ThinkPads. This patch adds support for this ultra performance compatibility to ensure this mode is used when operating in the performance platform profile for ensuring the best performance possible. In the lower state platform profiles, this compatibility isn't engaged. For at least some laptop / BIOS versions, the ultra performance compatibility mode is already enabled by default, in which case this patch ensures optimal power savings for non-performance profiles. In the patch message, it was noted that this addition to the ThinkPad ACPI driver was tested on a ThinkPad T14 G4 AMD model. I've also confirmed that the ThinkPad P14S G4 AMD also supports this new mode. Speaking of which, the ThinkPad P14s with AMD Ryzen 7 Pro 7840U continues working out great as my main production system, the P14 Zen 4 laptop with Fedora 39, has been my main production system now for a number of weeks and has been a great modern Linux desktop laptop. The ThinkPad ACPI driver patch for this improved performance mode is currently under review on the mailing list. While given the theming, it will likely be ready in time for the Linux kernel 6.8 kernel cycle. And with that, that is pretty much all 5 articles of the Linux Coffee House for today. I will give it 5 more minutes and we will wrap this stream up, people. I thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming. If you enjoy these live streams just as much as I do, then smash that like button, ring-a-ding that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. The next EdoPro Dual Night Plus Open Chat is November 31st at 4 p.m. Dark Zero's Zero Linux KDE live installation is December 24th, Christmas Eve at 4 p.m. And the Linux Workshop live stream is December 2nd at 4 p.m. As for the first EdoPro Dual Night of December, I gotta pretty much figure out a date for that, but in a future channel update, you will know when the first EdoPro Dual Night for December will be. Once again, you can catch the Linux Coffee House at its normal time, Saturday mornings at 10 p.m. That schedule is going to get restarted very soon. Also, coming to my YouTube channel very, very soon is the long-awaited Linux History Shorties Fedora. History of Fedora. I will be covering that very soon. As for what other things I have in store for this channel, you can expect the usual Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles and other Yu-Gi-Oh! Content as well on this channel, along with Linux reports, tech reports, distro reviews. But also the one thing that's going to be added to the Linux and tech side is basically discussions with either Linux, tech, both, or something in the range of computing. So expect that type of content to come in the immediate future. Also, I want to also thank you all so much for the congratulations on surpassing 800 videos on this channel. Without you all supporting me and motivating me, this channel would not be what it is today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, if you guys didn't know, I have an Odyssey channel as well. On my Odyssey channel, I mainly do Let's Plays of video games. The Odyssey channel's name is MLB11XNC22. There will be a link in the description bar below here to where you can check out my Odyssey channel and check out the content that I have going on there currently. Also, one other thing that I want to get out of the way currently, I will also be doing a video very soon, giving you all a brief review of my YouTube production setup for 2023 on my production machine right over there. I gotta switch that over to Arco Linux as well, which that won't take me long to set up at all. So once that's set up, you guys will see what's going on over on my main production machine. But anyway, pretty much the 5 minutes is almost up, people. I think it's as good a time as ever to wrap things up. Once again, I thank you all so much for watching, so much for coming. And with that being said, this is MLB11XNC22 saying, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, have a wonderful holiday season, and be safe, and I will see you all very, very soon. See you later, everybody. Have a good time. Bye bye. All right, we're done.